Jason, Hollis Farms. Pretty warm today, cloudy. Supposed to get a bunch of rain. We'll see what happens. Looks like the clouds is rolling in. It's trying to get daylight. Started filming rabbits. Well, the deer ain't moving. I'm gonna eat me a Rice Krispie treat. Finish my Diet Dr. Pepper. We might have to tell another old deer story today if I don't get to moving no better. This ain't the best spot in the world, but it's kind of fun. You never know. But I got a long lane that way and a road both ways, a little field. It's hot, supposed to rain in a little while, so I just been up here kind of sitting around playing with our other camera and this and that, and just thinking. So sit here a little bit longer and then we'll see what we can do. I ain't been here that long, about 2 hours. Winds switched around quicker than I thought it was, but oh well, it'll be good. Just always, if I sit in a place and don't see deer and much of tracks, I try to figure out what I need to do to get better, so it's always worth coming and doing that. We ain't wasting our time, that's for sure. So I was just gathering my stuff up and I was thinking about going in and getting down. I'm gonna see if it's some big old raindrops just falling. I don't wanna take the chance of getting this camera. So I got my rain suit and all, but I don't wanna get it wet, so I'm gonna wait just a little bit and see what happens. I ain't got enough service to pull up the radar. All right, y'all, let's get to today's Bible verse. Still on the word blessed. We're in Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 29. Blessed are you, O Israel, who is like you, a people saved by the Lord, who is the shield of your help and the sword of your majesty. So your enemies will cringe before you, and you will tread upon their high places. Alright, y'all, so it's rainy outside and kind of warm. So I thought I'd go ahead and get another buck story out of the way. Gonna talk about, get my finger right. This one today, little 8-point, get on there. That I kind of thought was a monster at the time. Also, I'm kind of backing up a little bit. This is the second deer I ever killed. I'd killed a spike. I got his little old spikes on a plaque or something somewhere. That's been, what is it, 30? Yeah, 30 years ago. This one, 30 years ago. 40, yep, 30 years ago when I was 10. But anyway, story on this one. We had this pretty small piece of property down here. Actually, where I killed this deer is about maybe 200 yards from where Cody killed his first deer. Still hunt down there quite a bit. Sissy loves the turkey hunt down there. That place will hopefully never go anywhere. But anyway, the story behind this, we had this little piece of property, and close to us over here, kind of across the creek, was a big old hunting club that my dad and several guys was in. Big piece of property. Anyway, the rules on that, I forget how many people, how many club members it was, 15 or 20 maybe, I can't remember. Of course, I was 10 years old. And the rules was over there that you couldn't have but one guest. Didn't matter if it was family members or what. And me and Brian kind of swapped up some. Well, that morning was his day to go, and I was pretty pissed. I was, because back then, still a good place, but back then that was the place to be. Big. I always saw a lot of deer. always just about got to shoot, and boy, or I'll say always, most of the time, a lot of times you got to see that opportunity. But anyway, it was my day to come. I had to come back over here to our place over here, and it's close enough. I actually rode across the railroad track, across the trestle. We had that old 185S. I'm 10 years old. Got my coveralls on, my old green rubber boots from Walmart. And I'm mad riding down through there. Got the 185S 308. No, what did I shoot? I probably had my, yeah, I probably was still shooting that bar 308 this time. On my back, riding down through there way before daylight, cold. Yeah, I remember it was cold that morning. Mad, cold before I got there. Mad because I didn't get to go hunt my daddy over there, but that was the rules, I get it. But anyway, it worked out. So, parked. Get in there and walk in there, and there was another one of these shooting houses that we had on a big oak tree. I was telling Cody about it the other day. Ladder went up, 90'd over here with them 4x4s, and shooting house on top. And we pretty much stayed down. I knew that place like the back of my hand. And anyway, get up there and it's cold. Golly, of course you ride several miles on 185 and ain't got hardly no clothes on. You froze before you get there. So I climb up in there. And this is a funny story all the way to the end. The best part is the end. But anyway, I get up there and probably seen a few deer. I'm kind of sitting on a gas line, got a green field out in front of us. And I've seen some deer. And over there in front of me, always water standing there right now. Cody still likes to go down there in his four-wheeler mud rides. Still water standing there. And there used to be, it's done rusted down now. There's a lot of old steels around this part of the country, whiskey steels, and you find 55-gallon drums and pieces of them everywhere. I'll never forget it, right in front of me, kind of off to my left in the edge of the woods, old rusted out 55-gallon drum. And sitting there, and all of a sudden I heard something splashing through that water, and I knew what it was, and I heard him growing. And about a few minutes later, his doe popped out. She's coming straight at me, and I didn't remember no binoculars or nothing, or it didn't matter if it broke skin, we was hammering down. Oh, I had my gun out the window, about that time stepped out, and you know, that right there being your second deer. See if I can get on him a little better. He was a pretty big old deer, probably 170, 80 pounds. But I mean, he looked like Boone and Crockett stepping out of there. So I get my gun stuck out there, and it's early. I mean, early. It ain't. Couldn't have seen many deer. The story keeps coming back. It was, you know, you getting to stand right now. Time's changed. You need to be there by 6 o'clock. It's breaking day. I bet it was before 6:30, and I done hammered down, shot him. Well, I'm still got in the back of my mind, I'm kind of pissed because I didn't get to go to the big club. I had to come over here. Like, it just wasn't going to see a deer. Of course, you know, young, you want to be over there with all the guys, you know, and hunting with them. Well, I'm over here by myself, 10 years old, rifle on my back, riding the 185S. So, I shoot him, get him down, drop him. I think this was a one-shot deal. I can't remember. I think it was just a one-shot deal. Well, I still got in the back of my mind what they did to me that morning. That it was just the rules, you know, but at 10 you thinking that just ain't fair, you know. It ain't fair. You get to hunt Saturday, and here we are. It may have been Christmas holidays, can't remember, but here we are. I'm over here on the junkie place, so-called, and not the big club, you know, mud and people and everything. But anyway, so I go over and look at him, and it ain't been daylight long, 30 minutes. I said, I'm going to get everybody. I jump on a three-wheeler, and it's bad nowadays, but I jump on a three-wheeler, and I knew where they was at, and I ride by everybody, going to get Daddy. We got a monster down. And of course, it was a super group of guys. I mean, I still see these guys. A bunch of them guys about half raised me. And, you know, hunting around there, and then still see them. We still talk about deer, and they still bring this up from time to time. And I remember I got them down, and I told them I got a monster. I'm talking about a monster, and they all got tickled, you know, before it was over. It was a super deer, you know, for anybody, or 10-year-old especially. But I got them got Daddy down, and we went over and got it. He wasn't mad, but he's thinking, I know in the back of his mind, he's thinking, what has Jason done now? But anyway, we get him loaded up on the 185S and give it some time and come back and we see a couple more guys and they get to teasing Daddy. Oh, got a taxidermy bill now, where you see where he's at. Wasn't no taxidermy bill, but you know, when we got something like that where I'm bigger than anything anybody had killed at the time, we had to mount that. But that was a funny story to me, especially to go back looking then. I started off just madder than old wet hen going over there, and then within 30 minutes I get that on the ground. It kind of proved to me a lot of things right there. Of course, that place of ours probably wasn't getting near the pressure and all that club was, and it's just a right place, right time. Of course, where that property is, I might as well been hunting the club. I mean, it joins, you know, but I didn't know no better. You could go over there to that club and had a lot of stands on the roads, and it kind of would be hard. I want Cody to experience a lot of that, but it'd be kind of hard when we're trying to shoot specific deer, where then we was just shooting bucks. So it's kind of hard, but it was fun shooting houses. You know, the roads in there curved, and it'd be a shooting house in this curve looking down both ways and one around the next curve. Had some nice fields too, and used to plant corn and stuff over there. And it was some fun hunting. It's still some good hunting over there, but I'll never forget how I messed everybody's morning up with that Boone and Crockett up there. But that was buck number 2. So we've talked about one. I've talked about one, a little old Spike. That deer was Christmas Day, and boy, he got filled full of lead, boy. I got bloodied up. I wish I could find some pictures and stuff, all that. But I wish I could find this little old set of spikes. But anyway, we've talked about 1, 2, and 3, and I think that was all I killed that year. And all I killed, it was an awful good year to be big or little. But just a lot of memories in these heads. That's one reason I mounted so many over the years. The ones that I've got skull mounted, like over here, I tend to forget the story on them because they get to looking alike, and I done got older and can't remember them like I used to could. But I got a bunch mounted that I'm hoping, especially on up to about 15, 18 years old, that got some really good stories behind them. Even some that were smaller than I probably thought they were, but I went ahead and mounted them, and it's really not the size of it and all. I mean, we're doing a place now that we're really trying to get it hard, manage hard and all, but these other ones I'm talking about, it's just a lot of stories behind them. And I got my first turkey mounted somewhere around here too, and that's a story on its own. But anyway, buck number 2, 10 years old, in the books. He's a stud, ain't he?